So today we're looking at how you think. So do you think like a psychic? I remember when I was a policewoman, I'd have never apprehended anybody if I didn't think like a criminal. So you are what you think. If you believe something and you have it in your head, then it becomes your reality. Much is the case when people feel stressed about things reported on the news or family situations. We can either let that overcome us or we can conquer it by our state of mind. If you give too much airtime to the negatives, it puts you in a very low vibrational state. In order to change that, you need to focus on things that are positive and distract the mind and not give the negatives the power to conquer you. Much is the same with our clairvoyant ability, and much is the same with magic. If you doubt what you do, or if you don't believe that you can do something, then you are the person that constrains yourself. In order to conquer anything, we must have a state of mind that focuses on the more positive aspects of what we can do. This is why witchcraft itself is so empowering, because the witch will alter her state of mind to do a spell, even if that's in mind magic. And the witch, to do her psychic work, will not be in the mundane where she was. She will alter her mind, her state of mind, in order to perform the psychic connection that she needs to deliver a message to whomsoever sits in front of her. So doubt, first of all, is the biggest, doubt and logic is the biggest enemy of clairvoyance. Lower vibrational thoughts, such as depression, anger, frustration, preclude you from making a good bridge with your psychic awareness. They also preclude you from being happy, and being happy is the fantastic state of mind for the connection to the other side. So this week it's about working on what you think. This week we're not allowed to entertain those thoughts that can conquer us. What we do is we empower ourselves by meditating on the perfect solution, whatever that might be, as if it's happening right now. The other thing that we can do if we have problems with anxiety is to use the breath. So in through the nose, hold, out through the mouth. It's a bit like dragging on a fag, really, or a spliff if you like, but whatever it is that deep inhalation of breath that will make you feel relaxed. So you would have to use that, and not just one deep breath, but several. The lungs are never used to the fullest capacity, and actually in doing that, it signals to the brain that we are feeling in a more relaxed and controlled state, because we are controlling our lungs. So part of your meditation this week will be breath and visualization. And this is not just to enable you to have a psychic connection. It's to enable you to lift your vibration so that you're on the right, or in the right frame of mind in order to make that connection. It will also help you rid yourself of anxieties and stress whilst you're doing it. And if you do it in a more controlled way on a daily basis, then we should have control over our mood as well. It's very important that you have a positive state of mind for clairvoyance, but it is also important for a good life, a happy life. Because if you allow yourself to focus on the things that you feel you have no control over and that can take you down, you can't enjoy the moment. you won't be able to enjoy the moment. And you won't be able to be a good psychic, and you won't have a good life. So you can see that even if you didn't want to be the best psychic in the world, it makes sense to focus only on the moment and to focus positively. So you may say, oh, well, that's easy for you, or you haven't got a problem. You don't know what people's problems are, and every problem is a big problem if you make it that way. Throughout my time, I have had deaths in the family, crisis moments in both business and in personal life. And if I allowed that to take me down, then I couldn't sit here and advise you as I do. I wouldn't be in a position to do that. A good psychic has control over their own life, and if not even control over their life, control over the way they feel, what thoughts they entertain. Because actually your mind can be like a runaway train. It can be entertaining all of the negatives and be overcome by them. It can take you down in the worst depressed state, and that would be your doing because it is your focus. One of my relatives had a very serious illness, and they were told that it would be fatal. And this particular relative, who was female, said, nonsense, I'm going to beat this. And she was predicted to live for a year at the outside, and 13 years later was still going strong because of this. This can be your making or your downfall. This can take you wherever you want to go with that self-belief. So today's meditation is about starting to control your thoughts, your mind, and your mood.